like to call to order the City of Belton Planning Commission meeting for July 16, 2024. Can we have the roll call, please?
Chairman McPherson.
Here.
Mayor Larkey.
Here.
Councilmember Pryan.
Here.
Commissioner Crate. Commissioner McDonough.
Here.
Commissioner Monahan Bass. Commissioner Walton.
Here.
Commissioner Wilson. And Commissioner Christensen.
Thank you. Would first of all like to welcome Commissioner Christensen. Glad to have you joining us and being a part of the Planning Commission, and lots of good things happening here in the city, and glad to have you be a part of it with us. First item of business, or I guess second since we did the roll call, would be the approval of the minutes for the June 18, 2024 Planning Commission meeting. These have been printed and distributed. I would entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion. We approve the minutes for the June 18th, 2024 meeting.
Second.
Thank you. Motion and a second. Are there any corrections, additions, any changes need to be made? Seeing none, all those in favor of approval say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion does carry. New business this evening, we had a public hearing which is going to be continued. This is RZ 2024-02 and PDP-2024-02. Application for a rezoning from R1 single family to R1 PUD single family planned unit development and preliminary development plan for the development of 41 single family houses and 2 common tracts on 11.44 acres, generally located at the location to be known as Southview Residential, formerly Sunset Hills, 3rd Plat. The public hearing and consideration of these applications has been requested to be continued to the Tuesday, August 6, 2024 agenda to allow additional time for revisions, and there will not be a public hearing held on these items this evening. But we do need to have a motion to approve the continuation.
Mr. Chair, I'd make a motion to continue RZ 2024-02 and PDP 2024-02 as presented to August 6, 2024 meeting.
Second it.
Thank you. Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Wait a minute. Well, hold on, back up. Do we want to tell them what we're doing? I know I thought you were going to talk a little bit, but I can.
Yeah, so
North Point came to us and
Okay,
said that
I'm
they
sorry.
didn't have enough time.
I did not think to ask, Director.
we could still go ahead and take the vote, and then
we
I
can
can
talk
give an
after
update.
Okay.
this one, yeah. So go
All right,
ahead.
so all those in favor of the postponement, or the continuation, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, that does carry. Director?
Yeah, so this project was submitted to us back in early June and advertised for this evening's meeting. There was a neighborhood meeting back mid-June. Regarding this, there was a significant number of neighbors that came out, generally in opposition to what was proposed. Some of that due to some of the past experiences with the development of Southview Commerce Center and some unresolved concerns from the adjacent neighbors that they would like to see resolved. Since then, the North Point has been working with the neighborhood to try to resolve some of those concerns, as well as to bring forward a plan that they believe addresses that. So that's the reason for the continuance this evening, is to allow some time, additional time for revisions. With that, we had set a new revision deadline of today for the August 6th agenda. We received a request this afternoon for them to further continue that to the August 20th meeting. They're still working through some things with some neighbors. With that, since we already had advertised the August 6th public notice, we will just have another continuance on the August 6th agenda.
Okay.
I'll get into the director's report, but we have many other things on that agenda, so we will not be specifically meeting just to continue something on the August 6th agenda.
So to add a little bit to this, as a lot of you know, there was a neighborhood meeting that was in this room North Point and the city, you know, took what we heard in that meeting, and North Point and Roush Coleman have, I think, stepped up and are working on a new plan. They are going to fold the old stuff, for lack of a better term, that this neighborhood didn't like about how they were treated with Chewy and the rest of that stuff. So they have been meeting with, North Point has been meeting with those neighbors, and they've come up with a list of stuff that they're going to do to alleviate their major concerns. And we are going to roll that into the PUD for this, so that way the neighborhood has leverage on that and getting done, if that makes sense to you guys. There was lighting is a big thing. Some more barrier. There was a dumpster out there that they've been dumping metal in at night. So I think that even got moved to the other side of the building, finally, to lessen that noise of banging it, you know. Some other issues with the berms and stuff that they're working on, and I think that's part of the delay, actually. So the North Point has stepped up and going to fix all that and alleviate a lot of those concerns. So we met with, you know, the city manager met with North Point last week or the week before, I don't remember, but laid out their plan, and so they're gonna put light deflectors on the light so light goes that way. And I don't know why it never was done that way to begin with, but we're gonna fix it. So just give you a little bit more information on that. So I didn't mean to delay us. So
No,
if you have any
appreciate the input. I did attend that meeting, and there were a lot of concerned neighbors, and they had a lot of legitimate concerns of things that had been promised that were not ever completed, and things just left undone. And so, and when I left, I also had a good feeling about North Point, that they were listening, and I felt like our staff and all did a great job of making themselves available to talk to people that were here that night. So
not to cover for North Point by no means, but the guy that's in charge that was here, their head guy here, I don't think he was around when some of this stuff was going down, when Chewy was being built. So he either didn't know or they didn't tell him. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think he's picked the ball up and he's running with it.
Yeah.
Fix for these people. So
part of it, as I understood, was that their point of contact was no longer with them.
Yeah.
And so the people around there didn't know who to contact, and nothing was communicated. And once he found out, then he made sure that they knew who to contact.
Then the new issues with what we're going to look at, you know, was increasing it from 28 houses to 41. They had a lot of concern with that, so they've been working on that and trying to get that number reduced and the lots a little wider. So I think that's another reason why they haven't quite figured that out yet. So that's another reason why for the postponement. So, but they'll get there. So.
And I would just say that I was very pleased to see how our city worked with the citizens and the developer, and they all came together. And we've seen that happen in several projects that have come before us. And I was proud to see the way that everybody came together and started working to identify a problem and identify a solution. So looking forward to see what they do.
Like the dumpster, I didn't even think of moving it on the other side of the building because they've been complaining about that a little bit. We've been sending the PD out there to figure out. I didn't even think to move it to the other side of the building. So hopefully that solves that problem. So
we will look forward to that then on the 20th of August. And Director, update on the comprehensive plan?
Yeah, just a reminder to everybody, the comprehensive plan draft is on the website. You can find that link on the community development webpage. If you click comprehensive plan update, it'll take you to the separate webpage that Confluence is set up for that. We hope to have the revisions to the draft done by next week. That way we can bring that forward on August 6th. If there are any significant issues with the final draft, we may postpone that to August 20th, but our goal is still to bring that forward on August 6th, if at all possible. So that's the update on the comprehensive plan. And then for the director's update, I just wanted to reiterate the importance of a quorum for the August 6th meeting. We have a number of agenda items on there, including the continuance of Southview Commerce Center, as well as the comprehensive plan. Additionally, I'm assuming that everybody heard the Olive Garden announcement last week. So we do have a public hearing on the vacation of the old commuter lot, which currently is all right-of-way, and easements that may be associated with that. That is on there to vacate all of that right-of-way and easements. The final development plan for Olive Garden, the final plat for the Olive Garden property, as well as a second lot there that could be a future restaurant use. We also have a public hearing for Lily's Play and Stay. They are expanding to add a second potential location on North Scott. That'd be at 1016 North Scott. They have a special use permit request for an animal service kennel use, which they will be operating a pet rescue shelter there at that location. And then the View single-family subdivision, which is the 11 single-family homes back here on 2nd Street. They have submitted their final development plan and their final plat. Additionally, at that meeting, as is required by the code, the first meeting in August, we have to have our annual election of chair and vice chair. And then again, the comprehensive plan update. All that has been legally noticed as public hearings, so if any of those do need to be continued, we will still have those on the agenda and make that request at that time.
All right, very good. So rest up for August 6th. Something like that, I
That's what
think.
it sounds like.
Yeah.
Sounds like I get to find somebody else for me.
Unless you start politicking, you got some choices now.
I'm just a little concerned. What is Facebook and our Facebook community going to do now that Chick-fil-A is going to Raymore and Olive Garden is coming here? I mean, there won't be anything to talk about anymore on Facebook.
Well, they'll find something.
So,
They'll find something.
all right. Any additional items this evening?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned.